It's because the mind is so full of negativity. When the mind has been programmed with certain things, oh, this is the only thing that can happen. This is the only thing. Even me, I was just one young boy. I was a teenager. I just carried the 2 beds. As far as I was concerned, I thought it was 1 bed. And after I fired the shots, those plenty beds that they just fly and gather on top of it. Was a cassava farm. I went to fetch water. I remember that day very well. I went to fetch water. So I'm always going with my catapult. So when I go to the farm, the well is in our church compound. So when they were not fetching water, it was not my turn yet, fetching water in the bucket. So I went to my catapult. I just saw the bed, they just fly. We call them gri. That's what we call them in Warri, in Delta State. So those birds, they just flew and perched on all the cassava tree. So I just went there, just drew my catapult. Pow! As the sun went, boom, all of them just flew. So I just saw one fell, I was happy. So only for me to go and pick the one, and I saw another one too, close to it. That one is not really dead well, but this one is dead. I just picked it. I'm like, whoa, pick the other one. And I saw blood on one, blood on the other one. I just carried the 2 like this. So I was so happy. I left water. I left water. I ran home. I think it's a burial. Is it a burial or marriage? One of those occasions where all the family members will be around. So I ran to the family house and I showed them. I said, I killed 2 birds. They're like, no, you killed 2 birds. I said, yes. And I said that almost I was not explaining. As I just fired the stone, they just flew us. And I went there and I saw that it was 2. One of my uncle died. He's like a daddy person. He was looking at me. He was doing like, he just said 2. He said, what did you say? And I repeated it. And I said, have you heard of using 1 stone to kill 2 birds? 2 birds. I'm a small boy now. I was just looking at him. I don't understand, sir. He just said, bring the beds. And I brought the beds. So he now called another of my uncle. He said, come see what they have for you. This boy. That's how they did meeting. They started talking. He said, this boy, he's doing strange things. So they come. So they call me. As he just 12 years, 30, I was just looking at them. And my catapult was already in my neck. I already wore my catapult back to my neck. So my auntie was shouting, where's the water? Where's the bucket? They were the ones that scolded her to stop first, that they are discussing important matter. That can't you see what the boy had done? So one of my uncle now carried the 2 beds. So we were not analyzing. He now said that, okay, I think because one was dead, one was not totally dead. Right? He now explained that, I think, he now asked me what happened. And I explained that, the beds, they came plenty. Right? And they just flew. So my only just to target one. It was one I went for. So he now said, you can see that this one that died was the one that the stone touched first. And now, to explain, look at it, he bruised this, past this other one, killed this one, but that one is on his head. Like the eye, all the, bed, they get eye for you, all this side don't scatter. So then the thing bruised and passed and hit this other one on the shoulder, So that's how I killed 2 birds. So they will not say, this boy, a great boy, you. See all these signs, this boy they do different things. So this sign, so I can never forget that word, they use sign. See this sign, one old woman, that one, I've always stood on her ground. That this boy is a great boy. I told you, this boy is a great boy. I've told you, don't to believe me. She was not saying, this boy. So I was just looking at them like, I'm like, what is it? So as I grew up later, I now understood 1 stone to kill 2 birds. I was like, just the same way I told you about the dog issue. So those things are not adage to me. I know these things. I see them. I experience them. So if somebody is talking, I'm looking at, what do you they talk?